Am I the a-hole for not paying for my birthday present? I, 21 female, have been friends with my 21 female best friend for 6 years now. This year, for my birthday, she decided to book us both a cruise as my birthday present and told me she was going to pay for it. Fast forward to now, a month later, and she cannot afford the cruise anymore. She needed a new car, and bought one that was so far out of her budget that she can even afford the insurance, so her parents are paying for that. She texted me over the weekend that with this new car she can't afford to pay for my ticket on the cruise and asked if I could take the payment. I asked her how much and when the payment was due, and I realized it would be out of budget for me. I'm paying for my car payment, car insurance, credit card, and I recently booked a vacation to see my long-distance boyfriend in Korea. I'm trying to build back my finances, and the payment for the cruise wouldn't be doable for me right now because I have bills coming out of every paycheck at the moment, and I need to be able to put money in savings and have some left over for gas and groceries. I explained this to her and said we don't have to do the cruise and I understand why she can't pay. She told me that since I can't pay for my portion, she's going to find someone else who can. This upset me, but I didn't say anything at first because I didn't want to talk to her while I was upset and say something stupid. I came into work this morning, we worked together, and asked her if we could talk about the cruise, and when I told her I was upset and hurt that she's taking someone else on the cruise that was supposed to be my birthday present, she told me she was upset that I wasn't paying. Here's where I could be the asshole. She said that she's upset that I can pay for my trip to Korea, but not for the cruise, and I was acting like that's okay. I explained to her that when I booked my trip I wasn't expecting to pay for the cruise, and then I asked her if she understood where I was coming from. All she said was, "Who's paying for it?"
Not the a-hole, your friend is the a-hole. You don't offer someone a trip for a present and then expect them to pay for it. She is acting this way because she feels guilty for what she has done, but she isn't going to admit it. Not the a-hole. She has money to go on a cruise, but her parents have to pay for her car insurance. She has no ability to budget or plan. She shouldn't be going on the cruise either. The two of you could have done something less expensive together, but I have the feeling that it was never about your birthday. It was about her going on a cruise. She doesn't really sound like a friend. Yes, so, that was never a birthday present for you then. Because she can still afford one ticket, and she's using that ticket herself, not giving it to you. It was an extravagant present, and life stuff happens, and it's totally understandable that she can no longer afford it. The right move is to apologize that she has to cancel your birthday cruise, sell both tickets, and use the money she could afford on one ticket to fund a cheaper trip or birthday activity for both of you. She's making the selfish move, with your birthday present. Time to re-evaluate the friendship. If you can afford A, you can afford B is bonkers logic. Spending money on one thing means you have less money for other things. She's trying to say you should have prioritized a cruise with her instead of a trip to Korea to see your long-distance boyfriend. Personally, I wouldn't agree with that prioritization, since you can spend time with your friend without any expensive travel but can only see your BF by taking a trip. But even if you agree with that prioritization, you believe the cruise was paid for at the time you committed to the Korea trip, so would have had no reason to reprioritize your travel money. I, at 62, dropped a friend I had had since first grade. You'll survive. Not the a-hole. If the birthday person pays for the gift, then it is not a gift. This means she got you nothing for your birthday. She does not sound like much of a friend. Go out and do something nice on your birthday and ignore her until she apologizes. Not the a-hole. She said she'd pay, so she should. It's not your fault she bought a car out of her budget. You booked your trip to see your boyfriend when the understanding was she was paying for the cruise. It's rude of her to assume you'd just pay for your ticket or she'd just replace you. If she was a good friend, she'd give you the ticket she paid for and let you find someone else to go with you.
I hope she comes around and sees it from my perspective. We've been inseparable since high school, and while she's always had double standards for her behavior, she's never been this unreasonable about seeing my side.